Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
The number of children living in relative poverty in the UK has risen by 100,000 in a year. Figures out today show 4.1 million children live in families which receive less than 60% of the UK median income. More than two-thirds of those children are in working families. Research seen by the BBC found single-parent households were twice as likely to visit food banks compared to the general population. The government says levels of absolute poverty have fallen and that the best route out of poverty is through employment. Our special correspondent Ed Thomas has spent time with three families in Oldham.
Just round this corner.
This is the story of children like Tyler.
Big Teddy. Just a big Teddy.
And kids like Rocky.
I am Sophie and I am 7. I am Casey and I am 5. I am Shirley and I am 4. I am Bethany and I am 8.
We joined families in Oldham to hear of their daily struggle.
Tyler, it says.
Tyler's 5.
And who's Tyler?
Me.
And lives with his mum.
Let me turn this off. Don't want to waste too much batteries.
What are you doing?
I don't like losing the pennies because my mum needs them to buy important stuff like bread, milk and, well, just other important stuff.
Lara works 20 hours a week, a single parent on minimum wage.
If I told him that we have to watch the pennies, I don't have to tell him that there's nothing there.
With wages and benefits, some months she has £1,140. After rent, bills and debts, she's left with around £13 a day.
He got very ill at one point because I couldn't really afford the heating. We couldn't afford the bus to school. His shoes were getting knackered, his pants were too small for him.
They're not actually in here.
No, they're not actually in there. What about his heart? Is his heart up?
In 3, 2, 1.
Across town, it's Sophie's party.
Happy.
Her dad Mark's a single parent. After 27 years in work, he gave up his job to look after his 4 kids.
Stay dear Sophie.
You can't really let them see what is going through your mind, how you're going to get heating on, food in their stomachs.
He says the £20,000 a year benefits cap means he's lost £340 a month.
I got probably within a week or 2 of losing the house.
Get one.
I ended up having to take out a credit card that I actually can't afford to pay back, but it was the only way I could hit the house over me.
The government says if Mark works 16 hours a week, he'd be exempt from the benefits cap. He says he wants a job, but can't afford childcare.
He just tries to get money, but if he runs out of money, he can't get anything from us. These ones are all mine. These ones are all mine.
The yellow, please.
We're seeing more and more families coming through the doors.
Those in need come here. Oldham Food Bank.
Being shy.
We've had people that have told us that they're almost suicidal, that they just want out.
Last year, they gave out 7,000 emergency food supplies. Nearly 2,500 were for children. Children like Amelia. Right now, her family's in financial crisis, and she's asking questions.
Why are we sat in our quilts, Mummy? Mummy, it's cold. Can we put the heating on? And Mummy can't because there's no heating to put on. And I can't take her dancing, which is her hobby. You know, she loves it.
Amelia's dad, Corey, works full-time on minimum wage.
So we could go 2 months there without any payment.
Yeah.
They rely on benefits, but the numbers aren't adding up.
I'm going to be skint again, Anna, once I've paid everything out.
Amelia and Alfie's auntie bought this food so they can eat.
I've got £28 to buy food, gas and electric for my kids.
Like many in Oldham, their benefits have been moved to universal credit. The way it's calculated for them means some months Corey's wage is counted twice. The result, no benefits, no money.
I can't imagine how my partner's feeling when he's going to work day in, day out, or when they're opening that fridge and it's empty and there's nothing there for him to get. That was traumatising me as a mum.
Last month, Danielle couldn't afford sanitary towels.
What did you have to do?
Tissue. And practically wash myself maybe 3-4 times a day so I felt clean.
In one part of Oldham, 6 out of 10 children are growing up in poverty. So what next for kids like Rocky?
All right, my feet are back.
His mum Crystal fears they'll be left behind.
They're getting forgot, and then they wonder why they've got no hopes and aspirations. This has gone on for so long, and nobody listens.
Families talked of relentless pressure.
You're fighting to stay sane. You're fighting to keep the kids.
Look at my pizza.
I adore him and I love him, but you just think, I can't do it. I can't be a mother, I can't just provide the simple day-to-day things, gas, food, getting a bus, electric.
The government says it's making the welfare system fair. It's helping working families, and absolute poverty is falling. Ed Thomas, BBC News, Oldham.
I've been getting away with it all.